welcome to Grove's Adventures. In this video I'm going to cover my honest review and honest opinions of the Crochet Society 2024 Advent Calendar. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos. So in this video I will cover stuff like how much it costs, was it worth the money, what's inside, and my general opinions of the Advent Calendar and the product itself. So I saw this Advent Calendar last year in about November time, and it was a completely different pattern to this one. I think it included different granny squares. You put all of them together to make a beautiful blanket. So I was like, I'm definitely buying that blanket next year because I was too late in ordering it. So I made sure that I pre-ordered this Advent Calendar in October in 2024. I think you can pre-order them in September as well. But if you definitely want this calendar next year, I would recommend pre-ordering it in September or October. I will put the link down below of where I got the Advent Calendar, so nobody misses out next year. So what actually is a Crochet Cal Advent Calendar? So the Cal stands for Crochet Along. So each day you open a drawer and it has a 33-gram acrylic ball in each door, and you have step-by-step instructions following along. Arthur wants some of the Advent Calendar. So you follow step-by-step instructions to create this blanket. And in each drawer you also get some trinkets inside, which I find really cute, and some of the trinkets I will definitely be using for my future projects. But personally, not all the trinkets I will be using, and I'll show you those in a minute. He's kneading on my blanket. So these are all the components which were included in the Advent Calendar, and personally I think all this stuff is amazing. For example, you're given this crochet hook on day one, because this is a hook that you use throughout the month, but you're given 3 extra hooks to add to your collection, which in my opinion is amazing. You're given a 6mm hook, 5mm hook, 4mm and 3.5. Also an embroidery badge. How adorable is that? You're given a pair of scissors as well, and a tape measure. Every crocheter needs those. You're given some stitch markers, this little cute storage bag for a yarn to carry on the go, and this is so you can put yarn around your wrist and crochet on the go as well, which I don't think I'll use, but I'll definitely like to give that a go. This yarn colour card, which personally I wouldn't use again, but I'm sure other people might use that. This stitch marker holder, this stitch marker bracelet, which I won't use. I don't think it's usable, but I think it's really cute to wear. I'm not sure how you actually use that. This cute little keychain, and these stitch markers are absolutely adorable. Then you're given these cute little pin badges, Mary Stitchmas and this Crochet Society pin badge, along with this yarn ring, which is absolutely gorgeous, and this little trinket tray to keep all the little trinkets on. How adorable is that? And also these yarn keys and these little labels. How adorable are they? I'm not sure if I would use those, but we will see. And also another thing that I won't use is this gorge stitch magnifier. Definitely useful for those who would use it, but personally I think everything included in here is amazing. And this little alpaca was also included. I nearly forgot because he was downstairs. I think the calendar itself was completely worth it just for this little cute guy. Look how cute he is with his little scarf on. He's so cute. So now that you've seen what's included in the crochet advent calendar, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Do you like everything that's included, or is there some things that you wouldn't use similar to me? So let me know in the comments and we will see if you've got the same or different opinions to me. So before we move on to talk about the actual product itself, what you create in the crochet advent calendar, I would like to talk about the actual packaging it comes in. So as you can see, it comes in quite a big box and it's quite heavy as well. So the fact that the price of the whole advent calendar includes the shipping, personally, is a really good point to make. And as you can see, the box is quite big and deep. So the actual drawers inside are quite deep. So using this box after Christmas as a universal storage box is quite a good idea. As you can see, it's quite deep in there and you can fit your crochet hooks, which is really good. So I'll definitely be using this as a storage box throughout the year. He's obsessed with this advent calendar more than me. So another thing to add, I don't know if you can see, I didn't realise this until somebody told me. So as you can see, okay, as you can see, the doors are numbered on this side where Arthur's sat, but on this side you can see there's no numbers. So somebody told me that if you turn the drawers around, it turns into a picture. So that's what I've done on this side of the advent calendar. And like I said before, I will be using this advent calendar as a storage box for all my little trinkets, my yarn and my crochet hooks. So as you can see on this side, it's turned into a beautiful picture with no numbers on. So I think it's a really cool idea to turn this into something that you can use universally and all year round. So that's just something I would like to add, which I didn't realise until a few days into the advent calendar. Oh my god, help. So the big question everybody's been waiting for, how much was it and was it worth the money? So this advent calendar was £70. I'm scared he's gonna scratch me again. So this advent calendar cost £70. Thank you, Arthur. Personally, oh my god, I'm really scared. Arthur! It's gonna break my drawers. I don't want him to break it. So personally, I think it's completely worth the money. £70 for all the trinkets included, all the balls of yarn, the actual pattern to make this blanket, and the shipping for whatever it costs to send this box to you. I think that's absolutely amazing for £70, because I think if you made this blanket from scratch with yarn yourself from the shop, it would probably cost about £70 alone. So personally, I think this advent calendar is completely worth the money. And I've also improved my crochet skills throughout the month. I've even covered new crochet stitches that I've never ever heard of before. I will cover that in a few minutes. And I just think I've had a lot of bloody fun doing this advent calendar. It was one thing that was waking me up in the morning. I was just excited to do it. It's completely different to a normal advent calendar, just like eating chocolate. I was just having so much fun, learning new stitches, wondering what's inside the drawer, and yeah, £70 for a whole month of joy of crochet. You can't complain. So if you haven't done an advent calendar like the Crochet Society, I completely recommend it for next year. So make sure you pre-order, guys, in next October 2025. So is the pattern easy to follow? Personally, I think the pattern's super easy to follow. She actually releases both a blog post, a written pattern, and also a YouTube video, which is a video tutorial each day. So personally, I have been watching the YouTube videos just because I wanted to like ensure that I was doing the actual stitches correctly, because I know what I'm like, and some of the stitches were very new to me. This whole advent calendar is very new to me, so I wanted to make sure I was doing each day correctly, and it just felt like I was part of, rather than reading the written pattern, it just felt like I was actually part of the calendar. It made me feel more like included because she was following along with her, so it felt like I was actually like sat next to her crocheting with her, so it felt more like a community rather than reading the written pattern. But in my opinion, the video tutorial is a lot easier if you are a visual learner compared to the written pattern. So for me, I would say this blanket is for beginners as well as people who already know how to crochet, obviously, but I think this pattern is definitely for beginners and I think people should give it a go. So how many stitches did I actually learn during this process? So I think I learned about 4 stitches. So most of the stitches I already know. For example, the front post treble down here, I already know, but I did not know this one. I can't remember what it's called. As you can see, it's 3 front post trebles in a row. I've never done that before, and I've never seen that before. But the stitches that I have learnt are the bobble stitch, the crab stitch, I can't remember where that is, the bead stitch, and the spike treble stitch. So these stitches are all new to me. So about 4 stitches I have learned along the way, but as you can see, all the stitches were quite simple: treble, double crochet, single crochet, but they were all done in a different way that I've never done before. For example, as you can see, this tree pattern, I've never done anything like that before, so it's opened up my eyes to the opportunities and the different variations of like how you can intertwine different stitches with each other and create an awesome creation like this. So I'm really looking forward to doing more of these stitches and just making a different looking blanket. So what are my opinions of the overall blanket itself? Personally, I love how complex it is. I love how complex it looks, and I think it is growing on me. The colour choices were a bit unsure. I was a little bit unsure of the colour choices, especially this lime green and this dark red at the end. Not at the end, in the middle. Let me know what your thoughts are about the colour choices in this blanket in the comments. Do you like the colours, or would you replace them with colours of your own? I did see somebody on TikTok replace this colour and this red colour with their own colour from the stash, and I actually think it looks a lot better. So maybe I should have replaced the colours with my own colour choices, but I wanted to complete the blanket as it came. So personally, I really like the blanket and I think I'm going to keep it forever. And my cat also loves the blanket too because he was kneading on it before, so I can't get rid of it now. But personally, I actually really like how complex it is, how jumbled it all looks, and yeah, I think the only thing I would say is I would replace these 2 colours I don't like and put more like pastel colours to replace them to match the rest of the blanket. But there is one thing that I did want to say. There has been 6 days of this advent calendar of grey yarn. 6 days. That's like a quarter. A quarter of the advent calendar is grey yarn. Grey, 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 grey and grey. That is one thing I did want to add about the colour choices. They could have added like a beige colour, just anything but grey. Why was this 6 days of grey? But that is one thing that I did want to say about the colours, I nearly forgot. There's one thing that I'd like to add to this crochet advent calendar, which is a con, which is a downside of it. So as you know, crocheting a blanket with multiple colours means one thing. We have to weave in all of the ends. And as you can see in my project, I've nowhere near started yet. So I'd just like to add that that's one of the downfalls of the crochet advent calendar, but what else would you expect crocheting a blanket? So I'd just like to say to people, if you are doing a crochet along advent calendar, then personally next time, after I've done each day, I would weave in the ends after I've completed like day 1, then day 2, rather than leaving them all to the end, because at the moment I think this is the worst thing that I could think of to do right now. So that is just one thing that I'd like to add about the crochet along 2024 advent calendar. Would I buy this calendar again? Yes, I definitely would. I definitely would buy another Crochet Society advent calendar because their stuff is just amazing. From what I've already showed you in this video, what you get included in the box, the yarn itself, I love, and just the overall price is worth it. And I'm really interested in what Crochet Society are going to do in 2025. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled, and if it tickles my fancy, I'm definitely going to be purchasing another one of these next year. I'm also going to see and do some research if there's any other different brands out there that are doing a crochet along advent calendar, or any other crochet along patterns involving crocheting Christmas, because for me I think it's just a great way of doing something a little bit different during the festive holidays, and doing a crochet along blanket is just so different to doing your own projects, and it just feels like you're involved in something, and for some reason it feels like you crochet a lot quicker than you usually do, because you feel like you have to get the crochet advent done in the 25 days. So personally, I definitely will be doing a crochet along advent calendar again, but I won't know if it's Crochet Society or a different brand next year. So we'll see what's available and what tickles my fancy. I've also been having a little think as well. I would absolutely love to do my own advent calendar, something a little bit different compared to a crochet along one. I don't think I'd be doing a crochet along advent calendar. I'm quite interested in creating little Christmas gifts each day, crochet little trinkets each day, and creating like an advent, so people who purchase it opens the drawer each day and it has a handmade crochet gift from me. So I'm really interested in doing that next year for next Christmas. So if that interests any of you, put in the comments if you like the idea of that, and I will try and think of things and get prepared for 2025. If you've had any experience crocheting the Crochet Society 2024 advent calendar, then put in the comments if you've had similar experiences to me or different experiences. Let me know how you found the calendar and if you enjoy doing it. And also if there's any other crochet along advents that you guys have been up to, then also let me know in the comments too. If you've enjoyed watching my honest review of the Crochet Society 2024 Advent Calendar, then please like and subscribe for more videos. And have a happy new year, guys, and I wish you all the best.